मतलब क्या था ये कॉन्सेप्ट, इसका ओरिजिन क्या है?
इसका आइडिया ये था कि भगवान के सामने सब बराबर है, राजा और ब्रह्म सब एक साथ बैठ के खा रहे हैं।
अच्छा,
ठीक है, देखो कौन क्या है कैसा है, ना जात
नो
ना
क्लास, नो कास्ट, नो रिलीजन, नो जेंडर।
हाँ, सिर्फ ओनली फूड। फूड इज कनेक्टिंग एवरीवन।
ट्रू, इट इज लीडिंग टू द इंटरमिंगलिंग।
जो सिखों में चलता है यही आइडिया गवर्नमेंट।
डस्टबिन की व्यवस्था उस साइड बैरिकेड के पास में की गई है। बैरिकेड के पास में डस्टबिन और पानी दोनों की व्यवस्थाएं की गई है। कृपया करके अपने दोनों पत्तल डस्टबिन में ही डालें। जब तक पूरी पंक्ति ना उठ जाए नए लोगों को ना बिठाएं।
The two important things that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar emphasized on, which have the potential to break the shackles, to break the strong shackles of caste and to overcome the casteism, were namely, firstly, interdining, that is, people sitting together and eating together, irrespective of the caste, class, etc. Particularly caste, because it was like a movement against casteism that he started, you know. The one was, of course, the interdining that he technically called, or we technically call, commensality. Yes, if my pronunciation is right. And the second thing was intercaste marriage, right? Marriage comes with a lot of responsibility, is a long term relation, so we cannot ensure that people marry in a different caste, because there are other factors like whether you love the other person, whether he is economically sound or not, and things like that. But yeah, you can share your food with the other people. And here in the festivals like Durga festival, today is the 9th day, we can see that people, irrespective of the caste, are not only eating with each other but are serving each other. A Brahmin is serving a Dalit is serving a Brahmin, and nobody is giving a damn on what caste the person is coming from. And religion is thus thriving and flourishing. That is, of course, and another thing and very important thing is that people are getting the food for free. Don't worry, you are not getting captured. My colleague, like the person sitting beside me, just look at the composition of people. They come from all the caste, all the class, region, ethnicity, and region, and from literally everywhere, of all ages, of all locality. Nobody will ask them where are they from, and they are eating very happily. And this is the function that religion serves, and this is why it is flourishing. So, guys, basically, what I wanted to say is that casteism, untouchability, is a social fact. It is a reality. It is very much there, and it is glaringly visible in the rural areas. And rural areas, they comprise like 70% of the population as per the census, right? So like half of the India is impacted by casteism. We can see that especially in the rural areas which are not so very developed, right? So how can we tackle it? Ambedkar, who has written several books, and I have personally read like at least 8 to 10 of his works, he said that two factors are very potential factors in order to overcome the problem of the casteism, to break the shackles of casteism. And one was, of course, as I said, interdining, that we call commensality, like eating together. And secondly, marriage, right? So marriage is ensuring that a person is marrying in a different caste is little bit difficult, because there are several factors responsible for the marriage which are considered during the time of the marriage, and it's a very personal decision, right? But when it comes to interdining, then it is something that we do daily. I mean, eating food, we do it daily. We eat like twice or thrice or four times a day, right? And one of the manifest reflection of casteism is food. Now you ask me, how can you say that? Like in my city only, there are several sweets, or the sweets shops or restaurants, and it is very shocking to see that none of them comes from a person who comes from the Dalit community, or SC or ST, or even OBC. Certain, I don't know, like Nama belongs to what section, whether they are OBC or general. But generally it is seen that in the rural areas where people know each other, only the upper caste person has the business in making the food and delivering the food and serving the food to the people, because food is something which should be very pure. And purity and the pollution, notions of purity and pollutions are deeply ingrained and inextricably linked to the notion of casteism and untouchability. So if we can just make sure that people start eating with each other, people start eating along with each other, I mean, people don't hesitate taking the food from a person coming from the so called lower caste or even the upper caste people, they are happily eating with the lower caste people, then that would be great. That can play a significant role in overcoming the casteist notions, in overcoming the shackles of the caste. And we can see this happening only in the religious festivals like NavDurga, like Ganesha festival, or in other Bhandaras. And one of the best reflection of this is in Gurudwara, is in Langar. I have seen it, lived it, I have participated in it, I have done the seva in Bangla Sahib Gurudwara or Shishganj Gurudwara in Delhi or in some other Gurudwaras as well. Your caste, class, region, religion, ethnicity, nothing is considered. You just go there if you are like physically clean, that's a basic human etiquette, right? Then you would be allowed to enter into the kitchen and do the seva, right? The seva bhav there is at next level. I saw a lady coming out of the Mercedes and then going into the kitchen and doing the dishes, even not only serving the foods, doing the dishes. I've seen the people, the rich millionaire businessmen coming out of their luxurious car and then going to that shoe room and polishing the shoes of the people. Now this is something which is best reflected in Sikhism and occasionally reflected in Hinduism in the form of the Bhandaras happening all over the places in the festival of NavDurga. And this should be encouraged. This should be encouraged if we are to tackle the problem of casteism, untouchability, and forge unity, cohesion, and solidarity amongst the people, right? And this is a very nice method. And I just want you people to suggest the ways, to suggest the occasions whereon we can have such fests, such bhandaras more often, so that we can have such interdining amongst the people, between the people, coming across the caste and the class more often, so as to forge the solidarity and unity amongst the people. What could be those occasions? The one in my mind could be the birthdays, right? Other days such as the punyatithi in the house, as the marriage anniversary of a person, or if somebody has got some success in their life, or somebody is just so joyous and happy, somebody has opened a new shop, bought a new house. On such occasions people can just invite the random people, or that even that the people who are the helps at their homes, right? People can invite them, people can cook food with them, can eat with them, can serve them the food, can let them serve the food to them. And this is how the notions of casteism and untouchability will go away from the minds of the people. Because as I told you, caste and casteism and the subsequent untouchability, it manifests itself in the best form, in the form of the food and food practices and food choices and the way we eat the food, right? So this is just one thought in my mind. I reflected upon it, upon eating the food, after eating the food in one of the bhandaras. And give your opinions, what could be your opinions. And we would try to continue this series, bringing more functions of the religion and letting people know that religion has got some function. And this is the time we should rationalize the religion. We should just leave the negative and the bad aspects of the religion, if there are some, for example casteism, and